It's rap pack to my pulse flat. We keep it real, no false rap. I got 4 cars and they all black. Got 4 bras and they all that. We call that ballin'. Doing this is my calling. Flow is so.
Hey guys, a little bit different theme of a video today. Our guy, we had a little mix-up, and long story short, we kind of bailed on each other. So we're gonna be doing a little bit something different. We're gonna be going around some driving roads that I personally love to carve on when I'm getting off work or going to work. Pretty much the only road I go to work with. So yeah, it's pretty much the only way I go to work. So it's actually a really fun road. It's kind of technical, but it's short because any good road in the Midwest is short. So we're gonna hit up 2 of them today and show you what I do. And yeah. So as you see, guys, we're back in my Eclipse. If you want to know more about it, it's our first episode. We'll post a link in the description. That being said, what I personally look for in a driving road, everyone's different. What I personally look for, I look for a road that's kind of like off the beaten path, so you don't have to really deal with everyone and their brother using it at the same time. You know, that's what I personally look for. I also look for something that's a little technical, where you have to work at it. You know, not something that's gonna like as hard as all get out, where you literally, you know, are building up a sweat, like driving on it, you know, where I'm something that I can have fun and like I can kind of go reasonably fast with. And unfortunately, living in the Midwest, we don't get any of those cool canyon roads as we do out west, like in California, or some of the nice hilly roads out east. So that kind of really sucks. That's why I'd like to go travel out west, because they do have some of the better driving roads in the world, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, you can argue Italy, Germany because of the Autobahn, but you can technically do that here if you got enough balls. But I mean, something like this, it's kind of what I grew up driving with. I mean, when I had my little Ranger growing up, which I wish I would have autocrossed that son of a bitch, to be honest with you, because like I would beat the piss out of that truck on this road. I mean, it's just how I focus on getting to drive better, you know? I mean, especially because I handle that truck decently for what it was, and stock suspension on this. I know what you're thinking, well, it's a Ranger, it's a truck, it doesn't handle well. Yeah, so I mean, I beat the piss out of it on this road. Like, no holds barred, like, I didn't give 2 shits. So I mean, the fact that I can, you know, confidently say I can handle my POS Eclipse on this road, I'm pretty freaking confident. Little tire squeal right there, you hear it? Yeah, here's the bridge. If you know this road, by the way, it is nicknamed Axman's Road. It's in Crete, Illinois. It's kind of, if you're familiar with the area, you know what it is. It's a fun little road, and like I kind of mentioned earlier, there's not a lot of roads around here that are really long, and that's what I personally love. I love like long technical roads like the Dragon Tail in Tennessee. Unfortunately, I should say, I have not been there. My father has. He took his Mustang, which my dad has his 2010 Mustang GT with the performance pack or track pack or whatever the hell they called it that year. And he loved the living piss out of it. Our second road here is Elslinger Road. It's also in Crete, Illinois. Yeah, a lot of fun roads in Crete, believe it or not. This one I haven't driven as much, even though it's not even like a half mile away from Axman's. Which really bothers me, because like my whole entire life I only thought Axman, like, oh my god, Axman's the greatest road to drive on. And then I realized this, and I personally think this road's better. It's a little bit more technical, it's a little bit more twisty. Axman's is kind of more 1-2 turns straight, another couple turns straight. This one is a little bit more, like I said, technical, if that makes sense. And I'm overusing that word technical today. I apologize. Hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. My vocabulary isn't that developed. But yeah, I've been driving on this road for about 6-7 months. I mean, a little bit longer than that, I guarantee you, but like actually giving a shit and trying to apex everything, which is hard to apex on these roads. I don't like doing it. Come on, FedEx guy. Come on. Thank you. Bye, Mr. FedEx guy. I like to be in 2nd and 3rd gear for this road because it does like to dip, and it does dip big time. Like right here, it dips pretty well. I just can't wait to get lowering springs and new struts on this car, because I think it'll do a heck of a lot better. And before anyone says, Mike, what about coilovers? And I'm like, I rather save that money to go to my next car. Plus, it's dirt cheap to get some cheap Bilsteins and some cheap Eibach lowering springs. I'm gonna go with EBC rotors and EBC pads. I thought about doing the Evo Brembo swap because the calipers bolt right up to the rotors. But rebuilt calipers from them and like finding them used, it's not the cheapest thing. I mean, it's pretty expensive. So all said and done, a good set of rotors that are drilled and dotted, or sorry, slotted and dotted, not drilled and slotted. Dotted isn't drilled all the way through. I think this would be good for brakes for the most part. I'm not, autocrossing it every, day. So I mean, I think I'll be okay. And with the lowering springs and the new struts, I think I'd be pretty well set. Nothing too extreme, but yeah. That's about it for driving the roads. We got a couple more installed for later videos. So always stay tuned to the Collection Dump. Follow us on Facebook. Give us a follow on Instagram. We're going to be making a Twitter account soon, probably by the time this video is up. Yeah, so stay tuned. Thanks for subscribing, and have a great day.
Doing this is my calling. Flow is so appalling. My phone off and she calling. I'm like, yeah, what it do? Penthouse, man, what a view.